This is Bobby C, and we begin our look at sports this week with the future of the NBA.
It's always been my dream to play in the NBA. Now it's finally here. So I'll look back on it when I have a chance to, but right now I'm just trying to live the moment. Just hearing my name, man, have dreams about it when you're little, and now it's finally here. It's just all a dream come true.
It's real now. It's not knowing what teams pick and stuff, and tomorrow we're going to be getting drafted to a team, so it's crazy.
It's so exciting. You know, I'm really grateful. Like I told the other guy, I just can't believe that you guys know who I am. Because a couple years ago, nobody knew who I was.
The opportunity to meet all these great coaches and organizations, GMs, and everything like that, I think that's really been a blessing to me. Just to get knowledge from them to see what I have to do better to become the best player I can possibly be.
Dennis, what would it mean to you to be a member of the New York Nets?
It would mean everything to me. It's one of the legendary franchises in the NBA, and I would be thankful to be a part of that.
What's today, the 21st? June, I graduated June 4th, high school. So it's been a year and almost 3 weeks, and then I was at Kentucky June 7th. So it's been a little bit over a year since I graduated high school, and yeah, life changed so much in a year.
You know, emotions are gonna be flying all over the place. You know, it's been something I've been looking forward to my entire life. I'm glad to be here right now, but the thing I'm most looking forward to is, you know, just having my family there and just being in the moment. It'll definitely be a moment I'll remember forever.
In the days leading up to Thursday night's NBA draft in Brooklyn, the Philadelphia 76ers swapped their third pick in a package for number 1, where they took the consensus top pick as expected in point guard Markelle Fultz out of Washington. The draft was loaded with freshmen until the Knicks selected at number 8. UCLA playmaker Lonzo Ball went second to the LA Lakers, while the Boston Celtics nabbed Duke's Jason Tatum. Kansas's Josh Jackson followed at 4 to Phoenix. Kentucky's De'Aaron Fox came off the board at 5 to Sacramento. The top 10 was also highlighted by the Knicks selection of French point guard Frank Ntilikina. Knicks president Phil Jackson passed on North Carolina State's Dennis Smith Jr., considered one of the most athletic players in the draft with a recorded 48-inch vertical. He was taken a spot later by Dallas. Malik Monk was also a target who went 11 to the Kings. However, the Knicks scouted Ntilikina extensively overseas, and with the triangle as the focus of Jackson's draft workouts, it's no surprise that he took the better team player over the better individual talent. The 18-year-old boasts a 7'3" wingspan and is a selfless table setter who is committed to defense, but he's completely unproven after averaging just 5.2 points in 18.3 minutes. He boarded a plane right after the draft to head back to France, where his pro team is in the playoffs. The last time the Knicks went French, they got Frédéric Weiss, best known for being posterized by Vince Carter. Do yourself a favor and YouTube it. The Orange and Blue are hoping for far better returns from their rookie point guard this time around. The NBA draft was buzzing with potential player movement, with such big names as Paul George and Kristaps Porzingis on the move. The only headline trade on draft night included Chicago and Minnesota, with Bulls star Jimmy Butler heading to Minnie. The Brooklyn Nets and the LA Lakers had made a major move this past week, with Nets standout Brook Lopez heading out west in a deal that included Lakers guard D'Angelo Russell heading to the BK. The Nets then grabbed Jarrett Allen at number 22. The Texas center is a versatile big man, a good rebounder and blocker, and becomes the future of the front court for the Nets. Still hard to see Lopez go. He's a good dude and a very good player. For more coverage of the NBA draft, check out NBA.com for more. Mixed martial arts will take, center stage at Madison Square Garden this weekend as Bellator MMA comes to the Big Apple for a tremendous card. Bellator 180 will be available on Spike starting at 6 p.m. Saturday night, but the main card will get underway at 10 p.m. on pay-per-view. The $49.95 main card includes Chael Sonnen and Vanderlei Silva and is expected to be one of the main sporting events of the summer. We will have a full recap of Fight Week next week on the show, as well as an in-depth look at Bellator on Sports NYC. Of course, the boxing and MMA worlds will collide later this summer when Mayweather and McGregor meet on August 26th in Las Vegas. But the premier boxing matchup, set for just weeks later, will feature Triple G and Alvarez, who are a combined 86-1-1 with 67 knockouts. Triple G and Alvarez went on a press tour this week with stops in New York, Los Angeles as well. That fight is set for September 16th in Sin City. Time for some quick hitters. In the NHL, the league is gearing up for its draft, where the New Jersey Devils have the first pick. The draft kicks off tonight. I expect the Devils to select Canadian center Nolan Patrick, but there will be plenty of options for the organization in a top-heavy draft. Philadelphia, Dallas, and Colorado follow the Devils. In the NFL, the soon-to-be Sin City Raiders of Oakland made Derek Carr the highest-paid player in the league, a $125 million extension for the quarterback. On the baseball diamond, the New York Yankees have dropped 8 of their last 9, including another tough-to-swallow bullpen meltdown Thursday night in the Bronx. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim took 2 of 3 from the Bombers in the process. Lately, the pinstripers are Aaron Judge and no jury. The Yankees rookie provided his usual fireworks by hitting his Major League leading 25th homer on Thursday night, but his teammates offered little help in the 10-5 loss. The Yanks will welcome Texas to the ballpark this weekend with Old Timers Day on tap for Sunday. Meanwhile, the Mets lost 3 of 4 last weekend to Washington at home before heading out to L.A., where the Dodgers took 4 straight from the Mets. L.A. finished off the sweep in a 6-3 final Thursday. The Mets will wrap their West Coast trip this weekend in San Francisco. In the MLS, the New York Red Bulls and NYCFC have their showdown Saturday in the New York Derby. That game gets rolling at 1:30 p.m. On the WNBA hardwood, the New York Liberty have won 5 of their last 6 to turn things around. Of late, they face the Connecticut Sun at the Garden tonight. Fans won't want to miss the Hoops in the Sun Roundball Classic at Orchard Beach this weekend. NBAers Lance Stevenson and Isaiah Whitehead played last weekend in the Bronx, and the league continues to attract bigger and bigger names weekly. For more, check out hoopsinthesun.net. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for a final thought on the NBA draft from a Knicks perspective. As much as I try to avoid getting lost in the daily Knicks drama, it's hard to avoid really every week. First, the Orange and Blue make headlines for seriously considering dealing up-and-comer Kristaps Porzingis as the power struggle between Phil Jackson and the organization and some of the top players on the club continues. Thankfully, you can make a case that the Knicks were one of the winners on draft night for not losing Kristaps and rolling the dice on another international prospect who could easily be a Tony Parker-type game changer. Would I have liked to see them go more conventional for a college player like Dennis Smith Jr.? Yes. But as a Knicks fan, am I content with the 18-year-old French point guard project? Sure, only because I understand this will be a long uphill battle for the Knicks. But just when I decided that there was no way I would go with the Knicks in the C-list Friday morning, perhaps choosing to go back to Aaron Judge and what should be renamed the Aaron Judge list, Knicks owner James Dolan made me change my mind. Apparently, Dolan had better things to do on Thursday than concentrate on the NBA draft with his team in absolute shambles. Dolan reportedly skipped the draft for a concert with his band, JD and the Straight Shot. Dolan would rock out with his band and much rather do that than take control of the Knicks. Yes, I'm perplexed by this. He performed at the City Winery in New York City, and honestly, the way things have gone lately for the franchise, something says he couldn't have been much worse to listen to than the daily Knicks chatter. I'm hoping the international sensations of KP and the 18-year-old rookie can change that tune for the Knicks. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C.